Life doesn't stop challenging you, but what if you could meet every obstacle with unshakable strength? Imagine waking up every day with the confidence to face whatever life throws your way. A version of you who doesn't flinch in the face of adversity, who turns failures into stepping stones, and who embraces challenges as opportunities to grow. The truth is, this version of you isn't a distant dream, it's entirely within your grasp. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Becoming mentally strong isn't about avoiding life's challenges, but about mastering how you respond to them. Mental strength isn't about having superhuman abilities or endless resources. It starts with something simpler but infinitely powerful: your mindset. Your thoughts shape your actions shape your habits, and your habits shape your life. Reprogramming your mind means breaking free from self-doubt, mastering emotional control, and developing the discipline to rise above negativity. It's about unlocking a resilience so strong that no setback, no failure, and no obstacle can hold you back. In the next few minutes, I'll guide you through practical, proven steps to train your mind, build unwavering mental strength, and create a life where no challenge feels insurmountable. This is your first step toward mastering your mind and mastering your life. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Reprogram Your Mindset. The first step to mental strength is reprogramming your mindset, and this is where everything begins. Your mind is like the software that controls every action, emotion, and decision you make. If your thoughts are negative, self-defeating, or filled with doubt, they will create barriers that hold you back. It's important to understand that the way you think shapes your reality. When you tell yourself, "I can't do this," you're giving your mind a command, and your actions will follow that belief. Over time, this negative thinking can create a cycle of self-doubt and failure. To break free, you must consciously shift your thinking. Start by embracing affirmations, positive statements about yourself and your abilities. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," try saying, "I'm capable of learning and improving." Speak these affirmations daily, even if they don't feel natural at first. Repetition is key because it rewires your subconscious mind, replacing negativity with empowering beliefs. Another powerful tool is gratitude. By focusing on the things you're grateful for, you train your brain to see the positives in your life, even during challenging times. Gratitude can be as simple as acknowledging a kind word from someone, appreciating your health, or being thankful for a small success. This shift in perspective reduces stress and opens the door for positivity to thrive. Challenge your limiting beliefs. These are the thoughts that whisper, "You're not smart enough," "You're not strong enough," or "You'll never succeed." Ask yourself, is this belief really true? What evidence supports it? What evidence disproves it? More often than not, you'll find that these beliefs are based on fear or past experiences rather than reality. Once you identify them, replace them with thoughts that encourage growth, such as, "I can figure this out," or "Every failure is a step towards success." When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your life. Reprogramming your mindset isn't easy, and it won't happen overnight, but with consistent effort, you'll notice a transformation in the way you approach challenges, relationships, and opportunities. Remember, mastering your thoughts is the foundation of mastering your life. Chapter 2. Develop an unshakable belief in yourself. Developing an unshakable belief in yourself is one of the most important steps toward becoming mentally strong. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build over time, and it starts with the way you talk to yourself. Self-doubt can be like an invisible barrier that stops you from reaching your goals. Every time you tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this," you reinforce those doubts and limit your potential. But the truth is, you're capable of much more than you realize. To start building this belief, begin by recognizing your strengths and past successes. Think back to a time when you accomplished something you were proud of, even if it was small. Maybe you finished a challenging project, helped someone in need, or learned a new skill. These moments are proof of your abilities. Write them down and revisit them whenever you need a reminder of what you're capable of. Celebrate small wins along the way. They're the building blocks of confidence. Another key step is learning to separate your self-worth from external validation. Often we rely on others' approval to feel good about ourselves. While encouragement is nice, true confidence comes from within. Start affirming your value by reminding yourself, "I am enough as I am, and I have what it takes to succeed." The more you focus on your own belief in yourself, the less you'll depend on outside opinions. It's also important to shift your perspective on failure. Many people see failure as proof that they're not good enough, but mentally strong individuals view it as an opportunity to grow. When you fail, it doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you tried something challenging and learned from the experience. Instead of letting setbacks shake your confidence, use them as stepping stones. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And how can I use this experience to improve? Surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with can have a huge impact on your self-belief. Choose to be around those who uplift you, encourage you, and challenge you to be better. Avoid people who constantly criticize or bring you down. They'll only feed your self-doubt. Developing unshakable belief in yourself is a journey, not a destination. It requires consistent effort, self-reflection, and resilience. But as you build this inner confidence, you'll notice that challenges feel less daunting, opportunities seem more attainable, and you'll begin to approach life with a sense of strength and certainty that nothing can shake. Chapter 3. Reframe negativity into opportunities for growth. Negativity is a part of life, but how you choose to respond to it determines whether it holds you back or propels you forward. Mentally strong people understand that negativity doesn't have to define their journey. Instead, they see it as a chance to grow, learn, and evolve. Reframing negativity is a skill that takes practice, but it can transform the way you approach challenges and setbacks. The first step is to recognize negativity for what it is, a temporary state, not a permanent truth. Often, negative thoughts stem from fear, insecurity, or past experiences. For example, you might think, "I always mess up," or "nothing ever works out for me." These thoughts feel real in the moment, but they're rarely accurate. Challenge them by asking yourself, is this thought helpful? Is it even true? Most of the time, you'll find it's just a reaction to stress or uncertainty, not a reflection of reality. Next, shift your perspective by asking a powerful question. What can I learn from this? Every difficult situation carries a lesson, whether it's about resilience, problem-solving, or emotional strength. For instance, a failed project might teach you how to plan better in the future, or a conflict with someone might show you the importance of clear communication. When you reframe challenges as opportunities to grow, you take control of the narrative. Instead of feeling like a victim of your circumstances, you become an active participant in your growth. Another way to reframe negativity is to focus on gratitude. Even in tough times, there's always something to be thankful for: a lesson learned, a supportive friend, or even the strength to keep going. Gratitude helps you shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right, creating space for positivity to enter your life. Visualization can also be a powerful tool. When faced with negativity, imagine yourself overcoming the situation. Picture yourself succeeding despite the odds, and think about how you'll feel when you achieve your goal. This mental rehearsal can boost your confidence and help you see challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Practice patience with yourself. Reframing negativity isn't about ignoring your feelings or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging your struggles while choosing to see the bigger picture. Give yourself grace as you work through tough emotions, and remember that every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. When you train your mind to see negativity as an opportunity for growth, you'll find that life's challenges become less intimidating. They'll transform into moments that shape you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. The power to reframe lies within you. It's your choice to turn setbacks into comebacks. Chapter 4. Master the Art of Self-Discipline. Self-discipline is the foundation of mental strength. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Whether it's waking up early to exercise, sticking to a budget, or studying for an important exam, self-discipline is the force that bridges the gap between your goals and your accomplishments. Without it, even the best intentions fall short. But the good news is, self-discipline is a skill you can build with practice and consistency. The first step in mastering self-discipline is to clearly define your goals. You can't stay disciplined if you're not sure what you're working toward. Take time to identify what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve, and why does it matter? When your why is strong enough, it becomes easier to stay focused on your goals, even when distractions arise. Next, break your goals into smaller, manageable steps. Big goals can feel overwhelming, which often leads to procrastination. Instead of focusing on the entire mountain, focus on one step at a time. For example, if your goal is to write a book, start by committing to writing 300 words a day. Small wins build momentum and make larger tasks feel achievable. Creating a routine is another key element of self-discipline. Habits remove the need for constant decision-making and willpower. For instance, if you want to exercise regularly, set a specific time each day for your workouts. By turning your goals into non-negotiable parts of your schedule, you reduce the chance of skipping them. Consistency is the secret to success, even when motivation wanes. It's also important to eliminate distractions and temptations. Our environment has a powerful influence on our behavior. If you're trying to eat healthier, don't keep junk food in the house. If you need to focus on a project, turn off notifications and create a workspace free from distractions. Setting yourself up for success makes it easier to stay disciplined. Of course, self-discipline requires self-control, and there will be moments when temptation strikes. In those moments, remind yourself of the long-term benefits of your actions. For example, skipping a workout might feel good in the moment, but staying consistent with your fitness routine will lead to better health, confidence, and energy. Train your mind to prioritize the future rewards over immediate gratification. Don't forget to reward yourself for your efforts. Self-discipline doesn't mean depriving yourself. It's about creating balance. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and acknowledge the effort you've put in. Rewards reinforce positive behavior and make it more likely that you'll stay on track. Mastering self-discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself day after day and making choices that align with your goals. There will be setbacks, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep going, learn from your mistakes, and stay committed to becoming the best version of yourself. With self-discipline, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Chapter 5. Building Mental Resilience. Mental resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to recover quickly from setbacks, and to keep moving forward no matter what life throws at you. It's the inner strength that allows you to endure hardships, adapt to change, and thrive even in the face of difficulty. Building mental resilience isn't something that happens overnight. It's a lifelong process of growth, self-reflection, and practice. The good news is that anyone can develop resilience with the right mindset and habits. To build resilience, the first step is to shift your perspective on challenges. Instead of seeing them as problems or obstacles, view them as opportunities for growth. Resilient people understand that every difficulty comes with a lesson. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Whether it's developing patience, problem-solving skills, or emotional strength, challenges often provide the tools you need to become stronger. Another important aspect of resilience is self-awareness. Take time to understand your emotions, thoughts, and triggers. When you know what stresses you out or causes you to feel overwhelmed, you can better prepare yourself to handle those situations. Journaling can be a great way to explore your feelings and identify patterns in your reactions. The more you understand yourself, the better equipped you are to respond to adversity in a healthy way. Cultivating a strong support system is also essential for resilience. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, encourage you, and provide a listening ear when times are tough. Resilient people don't try to face everything alone. They know the value of leaning on trusted friends, family, or mentors for guidance and support. Building connections with others not only provides comfort during hard times, but also reminds you that you're not alone in your struggles. Another key to resilience is practicing self-care. When you take care of your physical, emotional, and mental health, you build a strong foundation that can withstand life's challenges. Prioritize activities that nourish you, such as exercising, eating nutritious foods, getting enough sleep, and engaging in hobbies that bring you joy. Remember, resilience doesn't mean ignoring your own needs. It means recognizing when you need to rest, recharge, and refocus. Resilience also requires learning how to manage stress effectively. Stress is a normal part of life, but it can become overwhelming if not handled properly. Develop stress management techniques that work for you, such as deep breathing, meditation, or even taking short breaks to clear your mind. By managing stress, you stay calm and composed in the face of difficulties, which makes it easier to find solutions and move forward. One of the most important components of resilience is the ability to reframe failure. Resilient individuals don't see failure as an end point. They see it as part of the journey. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, grow, and try again with greater wisdom. When things don't go as planned, instead of giving up, ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? And how can I use this experience to improve? By reframing failure as feedback, you develop a mindset that thrives on growth rather than perfection. Focus on fostering optimism and gratitude. Resilience is deeply connected to your outlook on life. When you choose to focus on the positives, even in difficult situations, you build the strength to keep moving forward. Practice gratitude by reflecting on the things you're thankful for each day, no matter how small. Gratitude shifts your attention away from what's going wrong and highlights what's going right, which fuels your resilience. Building mental resilience is a lifelong journey. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to grow through challenges. But the more you practice, the stronger you become. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding pain or difficulty. It means embracing it, learning from it, and rising above it. With resilience, you don't just survive life's challenges, you thrive because of them. Chapter 6. Master Emotional Control. Emotional control is one of the most critical components of mental strength. It's the ability to recognize, manage, and regulate your emotions in a way that serves you rather than sabotages you. Without emotional control, your feelings can dominate your decisions, leading to impulsive actions, regrets, and unnecessary stress. But when you master your emotions, you take charge of your life, responding thoughtfully to situations instead of reacting impulsively. The first step to mastering emotional control is to develop emotional awareness. This means paying attention to how you feel in the moment and understanding the reasons behind those emotions. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? Journaling your emotions or reflecting on them at the end of the day can help you identify patterns and triggers. Once you're aware of your emotional states, you can begin to manage them effectively. One powerful tool for emotional control is mindfulness. Mindfulness teaches you to stay present and observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When you're mindful, you create a pause between your emotions and your actions. For example, if someone says something upsetting, instead of reacting angrily, you can pause, acknowledge your frustration, and choose a more constructive response. Practicing mindfulness regularly, through meditation or simply focusing on your breath during stressful moments, can significantly improve your emotional regulation. Another essential aspect of emotional control is learning how to manage negative emotions. Feelings like anger, frustration, fear, and sadness are natural, but they don't have to control you. Instead of suppressing these emotions, acknowledge them and give yourself permission to feel them. Once you've done that, channel them in a healthy way. For instance, if you're angry, consider exercising, journaling, or talking to someone you trust. These outlets allow you to process your emotions without letting them dictate your actions. Reframing your perspective can also help you manage emotions. Often, our feelings are influenced by the way we interpret events. If you interpret a mistake as a failure, you're likely to feel discouraged. But if you see it as a learning opportunity, you'll feel motivated to improve. Ask yourself, is there another way to look at this situation? How can I turn this into something positive? By shifting your perspective, you take control of how you feel about any given situation. Building emotional control also involves practicing patience and delayed gratification. In moments of high emotion, it's tempting to act immediately, whether it's snapping at someone in anger or making a rash decision out of fear. But emotional control means resisting that urge. Take a deep breath, count to 10, or step away from the situation. Giving yourself time to calm down allows you to respond from a place of clarity and thoughtfulness. It's equally important to focus on cultivating positive emotions like gratitude, joy, and compassion. Positive emotions don't just make you feel good, they also build your emotional resilience. Start by practicing gratitude daily, whether it's through journaling or simply reflecting on the things you're thankful for. Surround yourself with people and activities that bring you joy. When you actively cultivate positivity, you create a buffer against negative emotions, making it easier to stay balanced. Emotional control also requires developing strong communication skills. When emotions run high, misunderstandings and conflicts can escalate quickly. Learn to express your feelings in a calm, constructive way, using I statements like, "I feel upset when this happens," rather than blaming or accusing others. Clear, respectful communication prevents emotional outbursts and helps you maintain healthy relationships. Remember that emotional control doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending you don't feel anything. It means accepting your feelings, understanding them, and using them as a guide rather than a master. Emotional control is about finding balance, honoring your emotions while staying in charge of your actions and decisions. Mastering emotional control takes practice, patience, and self-awareness. There will be moments when your emotions get the better of you, and that's okay. What matters is your commitment to learning and growing. Over time, as you develop this skill, you'll find yourself navigating life's challenges with greater clarity, calmness, and confidence. Emotional control is not about being emotionless, it's about being emotionally empowered. Chapter 7. The Disciplined Life, Becoming Unstoppable. Living a disciplined life is the key to unlocking your full potential and becoming unstoppable. Discipline is the foundation of success. It's the ability to stay focused on your goals, make consistent progress, and resist distractions that try to derail you. While motivation may get you started, it's discipline that keeps you going. The disciplined life isn't always easy, but it's the path to achieving extraordinary results and living with purpose. The first step to a disciplined life is having a clear vision of what you want to achieve. You can't be disciplined without a destination in mind. Take the time to set specific, measurable, and meaningful goals. Ask yourself, what do I truly want, and why is it important to me? Having a strong why fuels your discipline, especially when the journey gets tough. Write your goals down and revisit them often to remind yourself of your purpose. Next, create a routine that aligns with your goals. Discipline thrives on consistency, and routines eliminate the need to rely on willpower alone. Design a daily schedule that includes time for your priorities, whether it's exercising, working on a skill, or pursuing a long-term project. When these activities become non-negotiable parts of your day, you're less likely to skip them. Start small, if necessary. Even 10 minutes of focused effort can build momentum over time. Eliminating distractions is another critical element of discipline. In today's world, it's easy to get sidetracked by social media, endless notifications, or unproductive habits. To stay disciplined, identify what pulls your focus away and take proactive steps to remove those distractions. This might mean setting boundaries with your phone, creating a dedicated workspace, or saying no to commitments that don't align with your goals. Remember, every moment spent on distractions is time taken away from your growth. Accountability is also a powerful tool for discipline. Share your goals with someone you trust, or find an accountability partner who will check in on your progress. Knowing that someone else is watching can motivate you to stay on track. Alternatively, keep a journal where you track your daily actions and reflect on your progress. Reviewing your wins and challenges helps you stay committed to your journey. Another important aspect of discipline is learning to delay gratification. In a world of instant rewards, discipline requires you to prioritize long-term gains over short-term pleasures. For example, skipping a night of TV to study or exercise may feel hard in the moment, but the rewards, greater knowledge, better health, and increased confidence, are well worth the sacrifice. Train your mind to focus on the bigger picture and remind yourself of the benefits waiting on the other side of your efforts. Discipline doesn't mean being rigid or never taking breaks. It's about balance. Rest and recovery are just as important as hard work. Build time into your routine to relax, recharge, and do things that bring you joy. This prevents burnout and helps you stay disciplined in the long run. Treat self-care as a form of discipline. It's an investment in your mental and physical well-being. One of the greatest challenges to discipline is dealing with setbacks. No matter how committed you are, there will be days when you fall short. What sets disciplined individuals apart is their ability to bounce back quickly. Instead of letting a bad day derail your progress, reflect on what went wrong and make a plan to improve. Remind yourself that discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up consistently, even after you stumble. Celebrate your progress. Discipline doesn't mean denying yourself joy or satisfaction. Reward yourself for milestones and acknowledge the effort you've put in. These rewards reinforce your habits and keep you motivated to continue. Recognize that each small step you take is bringing you closer to your ultimate goal. Living a disciplined life requires effort, but the rewards are life-changing. With discipline, you can achieve goals you once thought were impossible. You'll develop a sense of pride, confidence, and control over your life. Discipline is not about restriction, it's about freedom. When you live with discipline, you free yourself from distractions, procrastination, and regret. You become the kind of person who not only dreams, but also makes those dreams a reality. This is how you become unstoppable. Chapter 8. Manage stress effectively. Stress is a natural part of life. It's your body's way of responding to challenges, whether they're physical, mental, or emotional. While some stress can be helpful, pushing you to perform under pressure or motivating you to meet deadlines, too much stress, especially when unmanaged, can take a toll on your mental and physical health. Managing stress effectively is a cornerstone of mental strength, allowing you to stay calm, focused, and resilient, no matter what life throws your way. The first step to managing stress is understanding its source. Stress often arises when you feel overwhelmed, unprepared, or out of control. Take a moment to identify what's causing your stress. Is it a looming deadline, a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, or perhaps it's a combination of smaller worries piling up? Once you pinpoint the source, you can take actionable steps to address it. Remember, clarity is the first step to control. One of the most effective ways to manage stress is to break tasks into smaller, manageable steps. When you're faced with a large project or a complex problem, it's easy to feel paralyzed by the magnitude of the challenge. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, divide it into smaller parts and focus on one step at a time. This not only makes the task feel less overwhelming, but also gives you a sense of progress with each step you complete. Practicing deep breathing and relaxation techniques is another powerful way to reduce stress. When you're stressed, your body enters a state of fight or flight, which can lead to shallow breathing, increased heart rate, and tension. Taking a few minutes to practice deep, intentional breaths can signal to your body that it's safe to relax. Try inhaling deeply through your nose for a count of 4, holding your breath for 4 counts, and exhaling slowly for a count of 6. Repeat this process a few times to calm your mind and body. Another essential aspect of stress management is prioritizing self-care. Often, when we're stressed, self-care is the first thing to go, but neglecting your needs only adds to the problem. Make time for activities that rejuvenate you, whether it's going for a walk, reading a book, meditating, or spending time with loved ones. Regular exercise is particularly effective at reducing stress because it releases endorphins, the body's natural stress relievers. Building a support system is also crucial for managing stress. Sharing your thoughts and feelings with a trusted friend, family member, or mentor can lighten your emotional load. Sometimes, simply talking about what's bothering you can bring relief and provide a fresh perspective on the situation. If needed, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Therapists and counselors can offer valuable tools and guidance for navigating stressful times. Time management plays a significant role in stress reduction as well. Feeling rushed or behind schedule can amplify stress levels. Create a realistic schedule that allows you to prioritize your most important tasks while also leaving room for breaks and downtime. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your priorities. Remember, your time and energy are limited resources. Spend them wisely. Stress management also involves adopting a mindset of acceptance and adaptability. Not everything in life is within your control, and resisting what you can't change only adds to your stress. Instead, focus on what you can control: your actions, reactions, and perspective. Practice letting go of the need for perfection and embrace flexibility. Life is full of uncertainties, but your ability to adapt makes you stronger. Cultivating a sense of gratitude can also help mitigate stress. When you're feeling overwhelmed, take a moment to reflect on what's going well in your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, creating a sense of balance and perspective. Even in challenging times, there's always something to be thankful for. Don't underestimate the power of rest and recovery. Chronic stress can drain your energy and affect your mental clarity, so it's essential to prioritize quality sleep and take breaks when needed. Rest isn't a sign of weakness. It's a necessary part of staying strong and effective. Listen to your body and give it the care it deserves. Managing stress effectively is a skill that takes practice and intentionality, but it's one of the most valuable skills you can develop. When you learn to handle stress, you free yourself from the chaos it creates and gain the ability to approach life's challenges with a clear mind and steady heart. With the right tools and mindset, stress becomes not an obstacle, but an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Chapter 9. Build resilience through failure. Failure is an inevitable part of life, but how you respond to it determines whether it becomes a roadblock or a stepping stone. Mentally strong people view failure not as the end, but as a critical part of the journey towards success. Building resilience through failure is about shifting your mindset, learning from setbacks, and using them as opportunities for growth. It's about embracing challenges, persevering through difficulties, and becoming stronger with every stumble. The first step in building resilience through failure is to reframe how you perceive it. Many people associate failure with weakness, inadequacy, or defeat. This belief can lead to fear of trying, avoidance of challenges, and self-doubt. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's a necessary ingredient. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of setbacks, mistakes, and lessons learned. Think of failure as feedback, a way to discover what doesn't work so you can find what does. When you start to see failure as a teacher, it loses its power to intimidate you. One of the most important things you can do after experiencing failure is to reflect on it. Take time to analyze what happened and why. Ask yourself, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? What did I learn from this experience? By answering these questions honestly, you gain valuable insights that can guide your future actions. Reflection turns failure into a powerful tool for growth and self-improvement. Resilience through failure also requires letting go of perfectionism. Many people struggle with the idea of failure because they set unrealistically high standards for themselves. They believe that anything less than perfection is unacceptable, which only increases the pressure to avoid mistakes. But perfection is an illusion, and the pursuit of it often leads to procrastination, burnout, and fear of taking risks. Instead, focus on progress over perfection. Accept that mistakes are part of the process and that each one brings you closer to your goals. Another key to building resilience is developing a growth mindset. This is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. People with a growth mindset view failure as an opportunity to improve rather than a reflection of their worth. They embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and see effort as a path to mastery. To cultivate a growth mindset, Start by replacing negative self-talk with positive, empowering statements. Instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," try saying, "I'm still learning, and I'll get better with practice." Support from others can also play a crucial role in building resilience. Failure can feel isolating, but you don't have to face it alone. Reach out to friends, family, mentors, or colleagues who can offer encouragement, advice, and perspective. Talking about your experiences can help you process them more effectively and remind you that failure is something everyone goes through. Sharing your struggles can also strengthen your connections with others, creating a sense of community and support. Resilience through failure also involves taking action. When faced with setbacks, it's easy to fall into the trap of overthinking, dwelling on what went wrong, or doubting your abilities. But the best way to move past failure is to keep going. Take what you've learned from the experience and apply it to your next steps. Even small actions can build momentum and restore your confidence. Remember, resilience isn't about avoiding failure. It's about getting back up every time you fall. It's also important to celebrate your progress, even in the face of failure. Recognize the effort you've put in, the risks you've taken, and the courage it took to try. Celebrate the lessons you've learned and the growth you've experienced. By focusing on these positives, you shift your attention away from what you didn't achieve and toward what you did. Practice self-compassion. Failure can be emotionally challenging, leading to feelings of disappointment, frustration, or self-criticism. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding during these times. Remind yourself that failure is a natural part of life and that it doesn't define your worth. Give yourself permission to feel disappointed, but don't let it consume you. Self-compassion allows you to recover more quickly and approach future challenges with a renewed sense of determination. Building resilience through failure is a journey that requires patience, courage, and persistence. It's about embracing the challenges, learning from your mistakes, and continuing to move forward. Every failure you encounter has the potential to teach you something valuable and to strengthen your character. With each setback, you become more resilient, more capable, and more prepared for whatever comes next. Remember, resilience isn't about never failing. It's about never giving up. Chapter 10. Foster a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and potential are not fixed traits, but can be developed through dedication, effort, and learning. This mindset is the foundation of mental strength, resilience, and success. When you foster a growth mindset, you open yourself up to possibilities, embrace challenges, and see failures as opportunities to grow. Cultivating this mindset takes intentional practice, but it can transform every aspect of your life. The first step to fostering a growth mindset is recognizing and challenging fixed mindset thoughts. A fixed mindset is the belief that your talents and abilities are set in stone, that you're either good at something or you're not. This way of thinking creates fear of failure and limits your willingness to take risks. For example, you might think, "I'm just not a math person," or "I'll never be good at public speaking." To shift to a growth mindset, replace these thoughts with ones like, "I can improve with practice," or "I haven't mastered this yet, but I'm capable of learning." Another key element of a growth mindset is embracing challenges. People with a fixed mindset often avoid difficult tasks because they fear looking incompetent or failing. However, challenges are where growth happens. When you step out of your comfort zone, you push your limits, learn new skills, and build confidence in your abilities. Start by reframing challenges as opportunities. Instead of thinking, "This is too hard," tell yourself, "This is a chance to grow stronger." Fostering a growth mindset also means viewing effort as a pathway to mastery rather than a sign of inadequacy. In a fixed mindset, people often believe that if they're truly talented, they shouldn't have to work hard. This belief undermines progress and leads to frustration when success doesn't come easily. In contrast, a growth mindset recognizes that effort is essential to improvement. Every hour you spend practicing, every setback you overcome, and every mistake you learn from brings you closer to your goals. Celebrate the effort you put into your growth. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. Failure is another area where a growth mindset shines. In a fixed mindset, failure is seen as proof of inadequacy, which can lead to fear, avoidance, and stagnation. But in a growth mindset, failure is viewed as feedback. It's an opportunity to learn what doesn't work and make adjustments. When you fail, ask yourself, what did I learn from this? How can I use this experience to improve? By embracing failure as a natural part of growth, you remove its power to hold you back. Feedback from others is also a valuable tool for fostering a growth mindset. While criticism can feel uncomfortable, it's often the key to improvement. Instead of becoming defensive or discouraged, approach feedback with curiosity and openness. Ask yourself, what can I take from this? The ability to receive and apply constructive criticism is a hallmark of a growth mindset. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can also help you develop a growth mindset. Seek out mentors, friends, or colleagues who inspire you to grow and challenge you to reach higher. Avoid environments or people who reinforce fixed mindset beliefs, such as those who focus solely on natural talent or dismiss the value of hard work. When you're surrounded by growth-oriented individuals, their mindset will naturally influence yours. Another important practice for fostering a growth mindset is gratitude. Acknowledge the progress you've made, the challenges you've overcome, and the opportunities you've had to learn. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a positive cycle of motivation and growth. Keep a journal to reflect on your daily wins and the lessons you've learned. It's a simple habit that reinforces a growth-oriented perspective. Self-compassion is also vital in developing a growth mindset. Growth is a process, and setbacks are inevitable. Instead of beating yourself up when you fall short, treat yourself with kindness and encouragement. Remind yourself that progress takes time and that every step, no matter how small, is a step forward. Self-compassion helps you stay resilient in the face of challenges and keeps you motivated to keep learning and improving. Adopt the mantra, yet. When faced with a challenge or skill you haven't mastered, add the word yet to your thoughts. For example, I don't understand this concept yet, or I'm not good at this yet. This simple shift reminds you that growth is a journey and that your current abilities are not your final destination. Fostering a growth mindset is one of the most empowering shifts you can make in your life. It transforms how you approach challenges, handle setbacks, and pursue your goals. With a growth mindset, there's no such thing as failure, only opportunities to learn and improve. You begin to see potential everywhere and believe in your ability to achieve it. The more you cultivate this mindset, the more you'll discover that your possibilities are limitless, and the only true limits are the ones you set for yourself. Chapter 11. The Power of Consistency. Consistency is the quiet force behind every great achievement. It's not about making dramatic changes overnight, but about showing up every day and making steady progress toward your goals. While talent and motivation can provide a head start, it's consistency that sustains success over the long term. Whether you're trying to build a skill, develop a habit, or achieve a big dream, consistency is the key that turns effort into results. The first step to harnessing the power of consistency is understanding that small actions, repeated regularly, lead to significant outcomes over time. It's easy to underestimate the value of small efforts, especially when the results aren't immediately visible. But just as a drop of water can eventually wear down a stone, consistent effort compounds over time. For example, writing just 300 words a day might not seem like much, but over the course of a year, that's a novel. Similarly, 15 minutes of daily exercise may not yield immediate fitness, but over months, it transforms your body and mind. To build consistency, start by setting realistic and specific goals. Vague intentions like, "I want to get healthier," or "I want to save money," are harder to stick to than concrete ones like, "I'll walk for 30 minutes every day," or "I'll save $100 each month." Clear goals give you a roadmap and make it easier to track your progress. Break these goals into smaller, actionable steps so they feel manageable rather than overwhelming. Creating a routine is essential for staying consistent. When you incorporate your goals into your daily schedule, they become habits rather than choices you have to make repeatedly. For instance, if you want to read more, set aside a specific time each day, such as 20 minutes before bed. If you're trying to learn a new skill, block out a consistent time in your calendar for practice. Over time, these routines become second nature, reducing the need for willpower or motivation. Accountability is another powerful tool for consistency. Share your goals with a trusted friend, family member, or coach who can check in on your progress. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitments can provide extra motivation to stay on track. Alternatively, use a journal or app to log your daily efforts and reflect on your progress. Tracking your consistency helps you recognize patterns, celebrate wins, and address challenges. Consistency also requires resilience. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up, when you're tired, discouraged, or tempted to quit. On those days, remind yourself why you started and focus on taking just one small step forward. Even the smallest effort keeps your momentum alive. Remember, consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up more often than not. Missing a day doesn't mean failure. It's just a bump in the road. What matters is getting back on track. One of the biggest barriers to consistency is the pursuit of perfection. Many people quit when they don't see immediate results or when they make a mistake. But progress is rarely linear, and setbacks are part of the process. Embrace the idea that imperfect action is better than no action at all. Every effort, no matter how small or flawed, contributes to your growth. Another important aspect of consistency is patience. In a world of instant gratification, it's easy to get frustrated when results take time. But meaningful change doesn't happen overnight. Trust the process and focus on the journey rather than the destination. Celebrate the progress you're making, even if it's slow. Consistency is about playing the long game, knowing that your efforts will pay off in the end. Building consistency also involves creating an environment that supports your goals. Remove distractions and set yourself up for success. If you're trying to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods. If you want to exercise regularly, keep your workout clothes ready. Your environment has a powerful influence on your behavior, so make it as easy as possible to stay consistent. Remember to reward yourself for your efforts. Consistency can be challenging, so acknowledging your progress helps keep you motivated. Rewards don't have to be extravagant. They can be as simple as taking a relaxing break, treating yourself to something you enjoy, or celebrating your milestones with loved ones. Recognizing your hard work reinforces the habit and encourages you to keep going. The power of consistency lies in its ability to create lasting change. It's not about dramatic one-time efforts, but about showing up day after day, no matter how small the action. With consistency, you build habits, develop discipline, and achieve goals that once seemed out of reach. Over time, these consistent efforts compound, transforming not just your results, but also who you are as a person. When you embrace consistency, you unlock a powerful force that can carry you to success in any area of your life. Chapter 12. Building Self-Confidence from Within. Self-confidence is one of the most powerful tools for achieving success and happiness, but it must come from within to be truly unshakable. When your confidence is rooted in external validation, like the approval of others or temporary achievements, it can waver when circumstances change. However, building self-confidence from within gives you the resilience to face challenges, overcome setbacks, and believe in your abilities no matter what. The journey to building self-confidence starts with self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on your strengths, talents, and accomplishments. Write them down and remind yourself of what you bring to the table. Often, people focus on their flaws or what they lack, but shifting your attention to your positive qualities creates a solid foundation for confidence. Celebrate your unique abilities and remember that you have something valuable to offer. Next, practice self-acceptance. Confidence doesn't mean believing you're perfect. It means accepting yourself as you are, flaws and all. Recognize that everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and your imperfections don't define your worth. Embrace the idea that growth is a lifelong journey, and focus on progress rather than perfection. When you accept yourself fully, you release the need to compare yourself to others and find confidence in your authenticity. Another key aspect of self-confidence is setting and achieving small, realistic goals. Confidence grows through action. Start by setting a goal that's challenging but attainable and take consistent steps to achieve it. Each time you follow through, you build trust in your ability to succeed. These small wins accumulate over time, reinforcing your belief in yourself. Whether it's learning a new skill, completing a project, or overcoming a fear, every accomplishment strengthens your inner confidence. Self-confidence also requires stepping out of your comfort zone. It's easy to feel confident in familiar situations, but real growth happens when you challenge yourself. Try new experiences, take risks, and embrace uncertainty. Even if things don't go perfectly, the act of trying builds resilience and teaches you that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way. Over time, you'll expand your comfort zone, and tasks that once felt intimidating will become second nature. Learning to silence your inner critic is another vital step in building confidence. That critical voice in your head that says, "You're not good enough," or "You're going to fail," can undermine even the strongest self-belief. Instead of letting these thoughts control you, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought true? What evidence do I have to support it? Often, you'll find that your inner critic is based on fear rather than fact. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations like, "I am capable," or "I have what it takes to succeed." Taking care of your physical and mental health also plays a significant role in self-confidence. When you feel strong, healthy, and energized, you naturally feel more confident. Prioritize regular exercise, nutritious eating, and sufficient sleep. Engage in activities that reduce stress and boost your mood, like meditation, hobbies, or spending time in nature. When you feel good about yourself physically and emotionally, it's easier to project confidence in other areas of your life. Building a supportive environment is equally important. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, encourage you, and celebrate your successes. Avoid those who constantly criticize or bring you down. Positive relationships reinforce your confidence and provide a safety net during challenging times. At the same time, be mindful of the influence of social media. If you find yourself comparing your life to the highlight reels of others, Take a break and focus on your own journey. Another powerful strategy for developing self-confidence is learning from failure. Confidence doesn't come from never making mistakes. It comes from knowing that you can recover and grow stronger after setbacks. When you fail, view it as an opportunity to learn and improve. Reflect on what didn't work, make adjustments, and try again. Each time you overcome failure, you build resilience and reinforce the belief that you can handle whatever life throws at you. Remember that confidence is a skill, not a fixed trait. It's something you can cultivate and strengthen over time. Be patient with yourself and recognize that building confidence is a process. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and keep pushing forward. Confidence isn't about being fearless. It's about taking action despite your fears and proving to yourself that you can succeed. Building self-confidence from within transforms the way you approach life. It gives you the courage to pursue your dreams, the resilience to overcome challenges, and the belief in your ability to achieve anything you set your mind to. When you trust in yourself and your potential, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. True confidence isn't about arrogance or perfection. It's about owning who you are and stepping into your power. Chapter 13. Developing an unshakable work ethic. An unshakable work ethic is the cornerstone of achievement, resilience, and personal growth. It's the discipline to show up every day, give your best effort, and stay committed to your goals, even when motivation wanes or challenges arise. Developing a strong work ethic doesn't just help you accomplish tasks. It transforms your character and builds a reputation for reliability, persistence, and excellence. The foundation of a solid work ethic begins with defining your purpose. Knowing your why gives you the drive to keep pushing forward, even on tough days. Ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? What will achieving it mean for my future? A clear sense of purpose provides focus and fuels your commitment. When you're deeply connected to your reason for working hard, it becomes easier to stay dedicated, no matter the obstacles. Setting clear goals is another crucial element of a strong work ethic. Break your larger objectives into smaller, actionable steps. This not only makes your goals feel more achievable, but also helps you track progress along the way. For example, if your goal is to launch a business, break it down into tasks like researching your market, creating a business plan, and setting up a website. Each step completed reinforces your commitment and builds momentum. Consistency is the backbone of an unshakable work ethic. It's not about doing extraordinary things occasionally. It's about showing up every single day and putting in the work. Establish a routine that prioritizes your most important tasks and stick to it. Whether it's dedicating 2 hours a day to studying, practicing a skill for 30 minutes, or committing to regular exercise, consistent effort over time leads to extraordinary results. Even when progress feels slow, trust the process and keep going. Another critical aspect of work ethic is learning to embrace hard work. Success is rarely easy, and the willingness to put in the effort separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. Shift your mindset to see hard work as an opportunity rather than a burden. Instead of thinking, this is too much effort, tell yourself, this effort is bringing me closer to my dreams. When you embrace the grind, you build resilience and mental toughness. Time management plays a significant role in developing a strong work ethic. Without effective time management, even the best intentions can lead to procrastination or burnout. Start by identifying your priorities and organizing your day around them. Use tools like planners, to-do lists, or digital apps to structure your time effectively. Avoid multitasking, as it can dilute your focus and reduce productivity. Instead, concentrate on one task at a time and give it your full attention. Accountability is another powerful tool for cultivating a strong work ethic. Share your goals with someone you trust, or find a mentor who can guide you and hold you accountable. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitments can motivate you to stay on track. Additionally, take personal responsibility for your actions and results. When you own your successes and failures, you empower yourself to learn and improve. Developing resilience is also essential for maintaining a strong work ethic. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of self-doubt along the way. Instead of letting these challenges derail you, use them as fuel to push harder. Resilient individuals view obstacles as opportunities to grow stronger. When something doesn't go as planned, reflect on what you can learn, adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. Maintaining a positive attitude is another cornerstone of an unshakable work ethic. Your mindset influences how you approach tasks and challenges. Cultivate optimism by focusing on what you can control and looking for solutions rather than dwelling on problems. A positive attitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties. It means approaching them with a belief in your ability to overcome them. Self-discipline is key to staying committed to your goals, especially when motivation fades. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline is reliable. Train yourself to follow through on your commitments, even when you don't feel like it. For example, if you've committed to waking up early to work on a project, don't hit snooze when the alarm goes off. By honoring your promises to yourself, you build trust in your ability to follow through. Celebrate your progress. Developing a strong work ethic takes effort, and acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces your commitment. Take time to reflect on how far you've come and the obstacles you've overcome. Recognizing your progress not only boosts your confidence, but also motivates you to keep going. An unshakable work ethic isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up, putting in the effort, and staying committed, no matter how challenging the journey becomes. When you cultivate this level of dedication, you not only achieve your goals, but also develop the character and resilience needed to handle anything life throws at you. A strong work ethic doesn't just lead to success, it transforms you into the person capable of sustaining it. Chapter 14. Embracing the Power of Gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most transformative forces in life. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, from frustration to appreciation, and from negativity to positivity. While gratitude might seem like a simple practice, its impact on mental strength, emotional well-being, and resilience is profound. Embracing the power of gratitude allows you to find joy in the present moment, build stronger connections, and navigate life's challenges with a sense of perspective and grace. The first step to cultivating gratitude is to make it a daily practice. Start by setting aside a few moments each day to reflect on the things you're thankful for. This can be as simple as appreciating a sunny day, a kind gesture from a friend, or the meal you just enjoyed. Writing these moments down in a gratitude journal can make the practice even more powerful. Seeing your blessings in writing reinforces the habit and provides a record you can revisit during difficult times. Gratitude isn't just about focusing on the good. It's also about finding silver linings in difficult situations. Challenges and setbacks are an inevitable part of life, but they often come with hidden lessons or opportunities for growth. For example, losing a job might lead you to discover a new career path that better aligns with your passions. Instead of dwelling solely on the hardship, ask yourself, what can I be grateful for in this situation? This mindset doesn't minimize the difficulty, but helps you move forward with resilience and hope. Expressing gratitude to others is another way to deepen its impact. Take time to thank the people who have supported, inspired, or helped you in some way. Whether it's a heartfelt conversation, a handwritten note, or a simple text message, expressing gratitude strengthens relationships and fosters a sense of connection. It also reminds you of the network of support that surrounds you, which can be incredibly grounding during challenging times. Gratitude can also be a powerful antidote to stress and negativity. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong. But gratitude shifts your attention to what's going right, no matter how small. Even in the midst of chaos, there are always things to appreciate. A moment of peace, the breath in your lungs, or the strength to keep going. This shift in focus doesn't erase the challenges, but helps you approach them with a calmer, clearer mindset. Practicing gratitude regularly can rewire your brain for positivity. Neuroscience shows that consistently focusing on gratitude can increase activity in the brain's reward centers, making you more attuned to positive experiences. Over time, this creates a feedback loop where noticing good things becomes second nature. Gratitude becomes not just something you practice, but a part of who you are. Gratitude is also deeply connected to self-worth and self-acceptance. Often, we're hard on ourselves, focusing on what we haven't achieved or where we've fallen short. But gratitude helps you appreciate your own efforts and progress. Take time to thank yourself for the work you've put in, the challenges you've overcome, and the resilience you've shown. When you practice self-gratitude, you build a stronger sense of self-esteem and inner peace. Another way to embrace gratitude is by being present in the moment. Often, we're so focused on future goals or past regrets that we miss the beauty of the present. Mindfulness practices like meditation or simply pausing to notice your surroundings can help you connect with the here and now. When you're fully present, it's easier to appreciate the little things, a smile from a stranger, the warmth of the sun, or the sound of laughter. Gratitude also encourages a growth mindset. Instead of viewing challenges as insurmountable, gratitude helps you see them as opportunities to grow stronger. When you're grateful for the lessons life teaches you, even through difficulties, you develop resilience and adaptability. This mindset allows you to approach life with curiosity and optimism, knowing that every experience, good or bad, contributes to your growth. Remember that gratitude is a practice, not a one-time event. Like any skill, it requires consistency and intention. Start small and let it grow naturally. The more you practice gratitude, the more it will become a part of your daily life, influencing how you think, feel, and act. Embracing the power of gratitude transforms the way you experience life. It helps you find joy in the ordinary, strength in adversity, and connection in relationships. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about recognizing the beauty and blessings that exist alongside them. When you live with gratitude, you cultivate a sense of abundance and contentment that no circumstance can take away. Gratitude doesn't just change what you see, it changes how you see everything. Chapter 15. Mastering the Art of Focus. In a world filled with distractions, mastering the art of focus is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. Focus is the ability to direct your energy, attention, and effort toward what truly matters, ignoring the noise around you. It's the secret behind productivity, creativity, and achieving long-term goals. By training your mind to focus, you take control of your time, maximize your potential, and create meaningful progress in every area of your life. The first step to mastering focus is understanding your priorities. Without clear goals, it's easy to get caught up in unimportant tasks or to spread yourself too thin. Start by identifying what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, what are my top 3 priorities right now? Once you have clarity, align your daily activities with these priorities. Focus isn't just about saying yes to what matters, it's about saying no to what doesn't. Creating a distraction-free environment is essential for maintaining focus. Distractions can come from anywhere: notifications on your phone, a cluttered workspace, or interruptions from others. Take proactive steps to minimize these distractions. Turn off notifications, set boundaries with those around you, and organize your workspace to support productivity. By creating an environment that encourages focus, you make it easier to stay on track. Time management is another critical component of focus. Without structure, your day can quickly become chaotic, making it hard to concentrate on important tasks. Use tools like planners, calendars, or time blocking to allocate specific times for focused work. For example, dedicate the first 2 hours of your morning to deep work, tasks that require your full attention and creativity. By scheduling time for focus, you create a routine that reinforces your ability to concentrate. The Pomodoro technique is a proven method for enhancing focus. It involves working on a task for 25 minutes, then taking a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This approach helps you stay focused in short bursts while giving your brain regular intervals to recharge. Experiment with the timing to find what works best for you, and use a timer to stay accountable. Focus also requires mental discipline. It's natural for your mind to wander, especially when faced with challenging or tedious tasks. When this happens, gently bring your attention back to the task at hand. Practice mindfulness techniques like focusing on your breath or using a simple mantra to train your brain to stay present. Over time, these practices strengthen your ability to concentrate. Understanding your energy levels is another important aspect of focus. Everyone has times during the day when they're most alert and productive. Identify your peak hours and schedule your most important or demanding tasks during this time. Save less critical tasks, like checking emails or organizing files, for when your energy naturally dips. Working with your energy instead of against it enhances your ability to stay focused and perform at your best. Multitasking is one of the biggest enemies of focus. While it might seem efficient, trying to do multiple tasks at once actually reduces productivity and increases the likelihood of mistakes. Instead, practice single tasking, giving your full attention to one task at a time. This not only improves the quality of your work, but also allows you to complete tasks more efficiently. Taking regular breaks is essential for maintaining focus over long periods. The brain can only concentrate intensely for so long before fatigue sets in. Incorporate short breaks into your work routine to recharge your mental energy. Use this time to stretch, hydrate, or simply step away from your screen. Returning to your work with a refreshed mind helps you stay productive and engaged. Another important strategy for mastering focus is setting clear boundaries between work and rest. When the lines between the two blur, it becomes harder to fully concentrate during work hours and to relax during downtime. Create a schedule that separates your work time from personal time and stick to it. This not only improves focus, but also prevents burnout. Celebrate your progress. Each time you complete a task or achieve a goal, take a moment to acknowledge your effort. Positive reinforcement builds confidence and motivates you to stay focused in the future. Remember that focus, like any skill, improves with practice. Be patient with yourself as you develop this ability. Mastering the art of focus transforms the way you approach your goals. It allows you to channel your energy toward what matters most, cut through the noise of distractions, and achieve more in less time. Focus isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter with intention and clarity. When you learn to focus, you unlock the power to create a life of purpose, productivity, and success. Chapter 16. The Importance of Self-Reflection. Self-reflection is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth, self-awareness, and mental strength. It's the practice of looking inward to examine your thoughts, actions, emotions, and experiences. By taking the time to reflect, you gain clarity about who you are, what you want, and how to improve. Self-reflection allows you to learn from your past, align your actions with your values, and make more intentional decisions for your future. The first step to self-reflection is creating space for it in your life. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to move from one task to the next without pausing to consider how you're doing or where you're headed. Set aside dedicated time for reflection, whether it's a few minutes at the end of each day, a weekly review, or an in-depth session once a month. This time is an investment in your personal growth and well-being. Journaling is one of the most effective tools for self-reflection. Writing down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences helps you process them more deeply and objectively. Start by asking yourself reflective questions such as, what went well today? What could I have done better? How did I handle challenges? What am I grateful for? Over time, your journal becomes a record of your growth, providing valuable insights into patterns, progress, and areas for improvement. Another key aspect of self-reflection is evaluating your goals and priorities. Are you spending your time and energy on what truly matters to you? Are your daily actions aligned with your long-term aspirations? Reflecting on these questions helps you stay focused on your purpose and avoid getting caught up in distractions or unimportant tasks. It also allows you to make adjustments when your goals or values evolve. Self-reflection is particularly important after setbacks or failures. Instead of simply moving on, take the time to analyze what happened and what you can learn from the experience. Ask yourself, what contributed to this outcome? What could I have done differently? What lessons can I carry forward? By reflecting on your challenges, you turn them into opportunities for growth and resilience. It's also essential to reflect on your strengths and accomplishments. Often, people focus too much on their mistakes and overlook their successes. Take time to acknowledge what you're doing well and the progress you've made. Recognizing your strengths not only boosts your confidence, but also helps you build on them in the future. Practicing mindfulness can enhance your ability to reflect. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, which allows you to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This awareness is the foundation of effective self-reflection. When you're mindful, you can identify patterns, triggers, and underlying emotions that influence your behavior. For example, mindfulness might help you notice that stress leads you to procrastinate, giving you the insight needed to address the root cause. Feedback from others can also play an important role in self-reflection. Sometimes it's difficult to see yourself clearly, and an outside perspective can provide valuable insights. Ask for constructive feedback from trusted friends, family, or colleagues. Consider their observations alongside your own reflections to gain a more complete understanding of your strengths and areas for growth. While self-reflection is a powerful tool, it's important to approach it with compassion and balance. Avoid being overly critical of yourself. Reflection isn't about dwelling on your mistakes or judging yourself harshly. It's about learning and growing. Treat yourself with kindness as you examine your actions and decisions. Celebrate your progress and view setbacks as stepping stones rather than failures. Another important practice in self-reflection is gratitude. Reflecting on what you're thankful for shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. Consider the people, experiences, and opportunities that have enriched your life. Gratitude not only enhances your mental well-being, but also strengthens your relationships and helps you maintain a positive outlook. Use self-reflection to create a vision for your future. Reflect on where you are now and where you want to be. What kind of person do you want to become? What changes do you need to make to align your present with your desired future? Self-reflection is a bridge between your current self and your potential self. It empowers you to take intentional steps toward your goals and to live a life that's authentic and fulfilling. The importance of self-reflection cannot be overstated. It's a practice that fosters self-awareness, promotes personal growth, and enhances your ability to navigate life's challenges. By regularly taking time to reflect, you gain clarity, confidence, and control over your life. Self-reflection isn't just about looking back. It's about using the insights you gain to move forward with purpose and intention. Chapter 17. The role of patience in personal growth. Patience is a virtue often underestimated in its importance, yet it plays a critical role in personal growth, success, and mental strength. In a fast-paced world where instant results are celebrated, cultivating patience allows you to embrace the journey rather than just the destination. It teaches you to endure delays, overcome obstacles, and stay consistent in pursuing your goals. Patience isn't about passively waiting, it's about maintaining a positive attitude and taking steady steps forward, even when progress seems slow. The first step to developing patience is understanding that growth takes time. Whether you're learning a new skill, building a career, or improving your relationships, meaningful progress doesn't happen overnight. Acknowledge that every worthwhile achievement is the result of consistent effort over time. This perspective helps you stay motivated and avoid frustration when results aren't immediate. One way to practice patience is by setting realistic expectations. Unrealistic goals or timelines can lead to disappointment and discouragement. Instead, break your larger objectives into smaller, achievable milestones. Celebrate these small wins along the way to keep your momentum and remind yourself of the progress you're making. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, focus first on running a mile, then gradually increase your distance. Patience also involves accepting setbacks as part of the process. No journey is without obstacles, and failures are often stepping stones to success. Instead of viewing setbacks as reasons to quit, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I improve moving forward? This mindset helps you stay resilient and maintain a long-term perspective. Practicing mindfulness is another effective way to cultivate patience. Mindfulness teaches you to focus on the present moment rather than worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. When you're mindful, you can appreciate the small steps you're taking and the effort you're putting in, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Mindfulness also helps you remain calm and centered in the face of challenges. Patience is closely tied to self-discipline. It requires the ability to delay gratification and resist the temptation to take shortcuts. While shortcuts might offer quick fixes, they often come at the expense of quality or long-term success. Patience, on the other hand, encourages you to stay committed to the process, knowing that the effort you invest today will pay off in the future. Building patience also involves managing your emotions. Impatience often arises from frustration, stress, or a sense of urgency. When you feel these emotions creeping in, pause and take a few deep breaths. Reflect on your progress and remind yourself of your long-term goals. Developing emotional awareness and control allows you to navigate challenges with grace and composure. Another aspect of patience is learning to trust the process. It's natural to want to see results quickly, but rushing often leads to mistakes or burnout. Trust that the work you're putting in will yield results, even if they take time to manifest. For example, planting a seed doesn't result in a tree overnight. It requires consistent care, water, and sunlight. Similarly, your efforts in any area of life will bear fruit with patience and perseverance. Practicing gratitude can also enhance your ability to be patient. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you're waiting for to what you already have. Reflect on the progress you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the opportunities you've been given. Gratitude helps you stay grounded and appreciate the journey, making the waiting period more meaningful and fulfilling. Surrounding yourself with supportive people can also strengthen your patience. Friends, mentors, or family members who encourage you and remind you of your progress can help you stay motivated during slow periods. Their perspective can offer valuable insights and reinforce the importance of persistence. Patience is a practice that requires consistency and intentionality. It's not something you master overnight, but something you build through repeated effort. Be kind to yourself as you work on developing this trait. Recognize that cultivating patience is itself a process that demands time and effort. The role of patience in personal growth is profound. It teaches you to value the process, learn from challenges, and appreciate the progress you're making. Patience helps you build resilience, stay committed to your goals, and maintain a sense of peace amid life's uncertainties. By embracing patience, you develop the mental strength to persevere through setbacks and the wisdom to recognize that great things take time. Chapter 18. The Value of Learning from Others. Learning from others is one of the most powerful and enriching practices you can embrace in your journey of personal growth and mental strength. No one achieves success alone, and the experiences, knowledge, and wisdom of others can provide guidance, inspiration, and new perspectives. By remaining open to the lessons others can teach, you accelerate your own growth and expand your understanding of the world. The first step to learning from others is cultivating a mindset of humility. Recognize that no matter how much you know, there is always more to learn. Every person you encounter has unique experiences, skills, and insights that can broaden your perspective. Approach conversations and relationships with curiosity, and remind yourself that being open to learning is a sign of strength, not weakness. One of the most effective ways to learn from others is to seek out mentors. Mentors are individuals who have walked a similar path to the one you're on and can offer valuable advice, encouragement, and support. Look for mentors who inspire you, whether in your career, personal life, or other areas of growth. Be proactive in reaching out to them, asking thoughtful questions, and being receptive to their feedback. A good mentor can help you navigate challenges, avoid common mistakes, and fast-track your progress. Another way to learn from others is by studying their successes and failures. Read biographies, listen to interviews, or attend talks by individuals you admire. Pay attention to the habits, strategies, and mindsets that contributed to their achievements, as well as the obstacles they faced and how they overcame them. By understanding their journeys, you can apply similar principles to your own life while gaining the confidence that comes from knowing others have faced similar struggles. Collaboration is another powerful avenue for learning. Working with others exposes you to diverse viewpoints, skills, and approaches. Whether it's a team project, a brainstorming session, or a partnership, collaboration allows you to learn from others' strengths and adapt their techniques to suit your own goals. It also teaches you valuable interpersonal skills like communication, adaptability, and conflict resolution. Constructive feedback is an often overlooked but incredibly valuable form of learning. While it can be uncomfortable to hear criticism, it provides an opportunity to see your blind spots and improve. When someone offers feedback, listen with an open mind and a willingness to grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this information to get better? The ability to accept and apply feedback is a hallmark of mental strength and self-improvement. Peer learning is equally important. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. Friends, colleagues, or community members who are also committed to growth. Engage in meaningful conversations, share experiences, and exchange ideas. Often, peers can provide insights or solutions you hadn't considered, simply because they approach situations from a different perspective. Learning from others also involves observing their behavior. Pay attention to how successful individuals handle challenges, interact with others, and make decisions. For example, you might notice that a colleague remains calm and solution-focused under pressure, or that a friend excels at building strong relationships through empathy and active listening. By observing these behaviors, you can incorporate similar practices into your own life. Books, podcasts, and online courses are another treasure trove of wisdom. The insights and knowledge shared by authors, speakers, and educators allow you to learn from people you might never meet in person. Invest time in consuming content that aligns with your goals and challenges you to think differently. The lessons you gain from these sources can be just as impactful as learning from those in your immediate circle. At the same time, don't overlook the value of learning from people who are different from you. Engaging with individuals from different backgrounds, cultures, or fields can broaden your perspective and introduce you to new ideas. Their experiences can challenge your assumptions, encourage you to think critically, and foster empathy and understanding. Learning from others isn't just about gaining knowledge, it's also about sharing it. Teaching what you've learned not only reinforces your understanding, but also creates a cycle of growth and contribution. When you share your insights, you inspire others to do the same, creating a supportive and collaborative environment where everyone benefits. Approach learning with gratitude. Appreciate the time, effort, and generosity of those who share their wisdom with you. Whether it's a mentor guiding you, a friend offering advice, or an author sharing their story, acknowledge the impact they've had on your journey. The value of learning from others lies in its ability to accelerate your growth, expand your perspective, and deepen your connections. By staying open to the lessons others can teach, you gain insights that might take years to discover on your own. Remember, life is a shared journey, and the wisdom of others is a gift that can guide you toward your goals and help you become the best version of yourself. Chapter 19. Cultivating Inner Peace. Inner peace is the foundation of a fulfilling and mentally strong life. It's the state of being calm, grounded, and in harmony with yourself, regardless of external circumstances. In a world filled with stress, uncertainty, and constant noise, cultivating inner peace allows you to navigate life with clarity, resilience, and purpose. It's not about escaping challenges, but about finding balance within yourself, no matter what's happening around you. The first step to cultivating inner peace is self-acceptance. Often, inner turmoil arises from trying to be someone you're not, or from being overly critical of yourself. Accepting yourself as you are, including your strengths, weaknesses, and imperfections, creates a sense of wholeness and reduces internal conflict. Remind yourself that you're a work in progress and that self-growth is a journey, not a destination. Treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion you would offer to a loved one. Another cornerstone of inner peace is letting go of what you can't control. Many people spend valuable energy worrying about situations, outcomes, or other people's actions, which only creates stress and frustration. Practice focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions. When you let go of the need to control everything, you free yourself from unnecessary anxiety and create space for peace. Practicing mindfulness is a powerful way to cultivate inner peace. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, without judgment. By focusing on your breath, your senses, or the task at hand, you quiet the mental chatter and connect with the here and now. Regular mindfulness practices such as meditation or yoga train your mind to let go of distractions and embrace the present. Even a few minutes of mindfulness each day can have a profound impact on your sense of calm and clarity. Gratitude is another essential practice for inner peace. Reflecting on what you're thankful for shifts your focus from what's missing to what you have. Gratitude helps you see the abundance in your life, even during challenging times, and creates a sense of contentment. Start or end your day by listing 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This simple habit can transform your perspective and bring a sense of calm to your daily life. Simplifying your life is also key to finding inner peace. Clutter, whether physical, mental, or emotional, creates chaos and drains your energy. Take time to declutter your environment, clear your mind, and let go of relationships or commitments that no longer serve you. Simplification doesn't mean avoiding responsibilities. It means prioritizing what truly matters and letting go of distractions. Forgiveness plays a significant role in achieving inner peace. Holding on to anger, resentment, or grudges keeps you tied to the pain of the past. Forgiving others, and yourself, frees you from this burden and allows you to move forward. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior. It means choosing not to let it control your emotions or future. Letting go of resentment creates space for healing and peace. Establishing healthy boundaries is another important step in cultivating inner peace. Learn to say no to people, situations, or habits that drain your energy or create unnecessary stress. Protect your time, emotions, and well-being by setting clear boundaries and sticking to them. When you prioritize your needs, you create an environment that supports peace and balance. Connecting with nature is a simple yet powerful way to foster inner peace. Spending time outdoors, whether it's a walk in the park, sitting by the ocean, or hiking in the mountains, helps you reconnect with yourself and the world around you. Nature's beauty and tranquility can calm your mind, reduce stress, and remind you of the bigger picture. Spiritual practices such as prayer, meditation, or reflection can also deepen your sense of inner peace. Whether you're religious, spiritual, or simply seeking connection with something greater than yourself, these practices help you find meaning, purpose, and a sense of calm. They encourage you to look beyond the immediate and connect with the deeper aspects of life. Remember that cultivating inner peace is a lifelong practice. It's not about achieving a constant state of calm, but about developing tools to return to balance when life throws you off course. Be patient with yourself as you work on these practices and celebrate the moments of peace you create. Inner peace is a gift you give yourself. It allows you to face challenges with grace, build stronger relationships, and enjoy the present moment. When you cultivate inner peace, you create a foundation of strength, clarity, and resilience that supports every aspect of your life. In the pursuit of success and fulfillment, never underestimate the power of a calm and centered mind. Chapter 20. The Power of Resilience in Overcoming Adversity. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to challenges, and grow stronger through adversity. It's not about avoiding difficulties, but about facing them head-on and emerging wiser and more capable. In life, hardships are inevitable, but resilience is what allows you to navigate these moments with courage and determination. Developing resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving, no matter the circumstances. The foundation of resilience begins with mindset. How you perceive challenges shapes how you respond to them. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Ask yourself, what can I take away from this experience? How can I use it to become better? Shifting your perspective from, why is this happening to me, to, what is this teaching me, transforms obstacles into stepping stones. Building resilience also requires emotional regulation. Challenges often trigger strong emotions like fear, frustration, or sadness, which can cloud your judgment and make it harder to move forward. Developing emotional awareness helps you recognize these feelings without letting them overwhelm you. Practices like mindfulness, deep breathing, or journaling can help you process your emotions and approach difficulties with a clear and calm mind. Self-belief is another cornerstone of resilience. Trusting in your ability to handle adversity empowers you to face challenges with confidence. Reflect on times in the past when you overcame obstacles and remind yourself of your strengths and resourcefulness. Building self-belief doesn't mean you have all the answers. It means knowing you can figure things out, no matter how tough the situation. Support systems are invaluable for resilience. While resilience is often seen as a personal trait, it's strengthened by connection. Surround yourself with people who uplift, encourage, and believe in you. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or support groups, having a network of people to lean on provides comfort and perspective during difficult times. Don't be afraid to reach out for help when you need it. Resilience doesn't mean going it alone. Resilience also requires flexibility and adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and rigidly clinging to a single plan or outcome can lead to frustration. Instead, practice being open to change and willing to adjust your approach when needed. Ask yourself, what's within my control? What new path can I explore? Resilient individuals are those who can pivot and find new ways to move forward when their original plans don't work out. Developing a sense of purpose can strengthen your resilience. When you're deeply connected to a goal or value, it provides the motivation to keep going, even when things get tough. Reflect on what matters most to you, whether it's your family, your career, your passions, or your personal growth, and let that purpose guide you through challenging times. A strong sense of purpose acts as an anchor, keeping you steady when the waters are rough. Taking care of your physical and mental well-being is essential for resilience. Stress and adversity take a toll on your body and mind, so prioritize activities that help you recharge. Regular exercise, healthy eating, and sufficient sleep are foundational for maintaining your energy and focus. Additionally, practices like meditation, gratitude, or spending time in nature can help you restore balance and build inner strength. Resilience also involves cultivating optimism. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is fine. It means believing in your ability to find solutions and that better days are ahead. Focus on what's going right, even in the midst of challenges, and remind yourself of past victories. Optimism doesn't eliminate hardship, but it gives you the hope and determination to keep moving forward. Learning from failure is a key part of resilience. Setbacks are often our greatest teachers, revealing areas for growth and opportunities to improve. Instead of letting failure discourage you, analyze what went wrong, make adjustments, and try again. Every time you rise after falling, you build resilience and prove to yourself that you're capable of overcoming anything. Resilience is built through action. It's easy to feel stuck or overwhelmed when faced with adversity, but taking even small steps forward can reignite your momentum. Break challenges into manageable pieces and tackle them one step at a time. Progress, no matter how small, builds confidence and creates a sense of control. The power of resilience lies in its ability to transform how you experience adversity. It allows you to face life's challenges with strength adapt to change with grace, and emerge from hardships with greater wisdom and capability. Resilience isn't about avoiding struggles, it's about thriving because of them. When you develop resilience, you don't just survive life's storms, you learn to dance in the rain and come out stronger on the other side. You've now explored the essential pillars of mental strength and personal growth, from reprogramming your mindset and mastering self-discipline to cultivating inner peace and building resilience. Each chapter represents a powerful tool to help you navigate life's challenges, embrace opportunities, and unlock your full potential. While the journey may not always be easy, every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to becoming the strongest, most fulfilled version of yourself. The core message throughout this journey is that mental strength isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. It's a collection of habits, mindsets, and skills that you cultivate over time. Each challenge you face, each failure you endure, and each success you achieve is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Remember, the key to mental strength is consistency. Whether you're practicing gratitude, setting boundaries, or mastering focus, it's the daily, intentional efforts that create lasting change. Progress may be slow at times, and setbacks are inevitable, but resilience and persistence will always guide you back on track. You are not alone on this journey. Learning from others, seeking support, and connecting with those who inspire you are all vital components of growth. And most importantly, remember to be kind to yourself. Self-compassion fuels your inner strength and keeps you moving forward even when the path gets tough. As you move forward, embrace patience and trust the process. Great things take time, and every effort you make is an investment in your future. Life's challenges will test you, but with mental strength, you'll rise above them, finding opportunities for growth and transformation along the way. This isn't just about achieving goals, it's about creating a life of purpose, resilience, and joy. A life where you're not just surviving, but thriving. You have everything you need within you to face any challenge, seize every opportunity, and build the life you envision. Remember, the journey to mental strength is a lifelong process, but with commitment and determination, you are unstoppable. Thank you for embarking on this journey of growth and strength. Now, take what you've learned, apply it, and step confidently into the next chapter of your life. The best version of you is waiting to be unleashed.